Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Noname podcast. And today, with me, I have a special guest. Wanna introduce yourself?
Yeah, hello. I'm Andreas Sola from Sola and Cola.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we met at a retro gaming convention. How long
Yeah.
is it now? Two weeks.
Yeah, I think it's almost 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing podcasting, YouTube in general?
Well, now I think it's been like 1 year now since we started. Yeah.
So, did you? Okay, for me personally, I started up making just shitty, ugly ass videos with like copyrighted music and all that. Did you just jump into knowing, like you were kind of like I wanted to do podcast or I wanted to do this or that, or did you just try out different stuff?
Yeah, I've tried different stuff before. Like I had a YouTube channel when I think it was like I think it was like 10 years ago. I had a YouTube channel where where I posted very terrible sketches and stuff.
Oh god.
Yeah, it was very terrible, but I actually got a lot of views. I think like the I had like 10,000 views in one of the videos.
Oh
I
god
remember.
damn. Back.
Yeah, so I actually got recognized on the street because people were sharing my videos in my hometown.
Yeah, yeah, that was the thing. I I can probably say that my videos still, my sketches or whatever when I make them, is still really fucking cringy. Like I'm trying my best, but sometimes they're just like, oh, this is terrible. Yeah, but I started out, so you have been doing YouTube basically the same time amount as me as well. Then started in 2007, eight, late seven or so.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was 2007 I started, but I had a little bump in the road because I actually got banned from YouTube
How?
because yeah, I used a bit too much copyrighted music. I think it was actually the song "Running in the '90s" that got me banned from YouTube, and that's kind of weird.
That's
Of all
of
songs,
all
a
songs.
meme song got me banned from YouTube.
It couldn't be in a cool one.
Well, I think it's a good song.
Yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, I have never had that problem with getting copyright. Like my channel got taken down or something, but a lot of them got copyrighted by like because I
Yeah.
used other songs. I was like, yeah, I love this Linkin Park song. Let me use this in a video. It doesn't work
Yeah.
out.
I think it was also very different back then. It
Yeah.
was like if they wanted to take your channel down, they just did it, and they were like, "Yeah, you're banned." And now it's you don't get banned so easily anymore, I think.
No, but like in the days as well, we kind of had. I don't know. We didn't have any. At least now we have some sort of library to get to use some copyrighted, kind of like copyright free music and stuff that YouTube
Yeah.
gives you. At least back in the day, we're just kind of like you have to buy it from other websites or make it yourself, basically, without
Yeah.
like. So yeah, I still make terrible. I feel I'm saying terrible sketches because some of them are kind of like they're funny to make when I make them, and then I look at them and they're like, they're okay, they're funny. But then after a while, I'm just like, I wonder if people actually like this. But like when like that was the thing when I started. This is terrible. I started at like like when I started a new school, like when I was like 16, I was like, yes, I'm gonna fresh start. And when I started there, everybody was just like, "Oh, you're the guy who made the MacGyver parodies." I was like, "Oh,
Oh no.
this is a great start. This is just like everybody, because in the obviously like locally, my friends saw it and like my parents saw it and they showed it to other people, and then kind of spread around more at the big like more back in the day, like more within the families and friends, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, so for some reason, people that was either older than me or that I never knew was just like, "Oh, you're the guy who made the MacGyver parodies." I was like, Yes, that is me. Nice to meet you. That was that wasn't a good start. So I had a few of those in the last years as well. Like, oh, you're the guy who made, because I made some, I don't know, questionable videos sometimes. I don't know. They're just weird, plain as weird, and for some reason those are the video people see. So it's terrible. So I'm just not gonna I'm not gonna encourage anybody to go and watch them. Like, if you've watched someone that's like 5 years or older, Jesus Christ, it's
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
lot.
I'm definitely going to look them up
No,
now.
no, no, no. There are questionable videos in there. They're really terrible. Like, I'm I was more, I don't know, I don't know if for you, but for me at least, back in the day when I didn't know what you were doing properly with recording or editing
Yeah,
or special effects, like you, I was so much happier with the results afterwards. But now I'm kind of like taking it, so it's just kind of like, oh, is that? Of course, is this and that. But before I was just like, oh, how do we do this? And then I figured out something. I was like, this is sick in Windows Movie Maker, bro. This is the best. Did you ever use that?
yeah. Of course, I use the shit out of Windows Movie Maker.
I
And
think I used Movie Maker until 2015.
oh wow, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I always liked Windows Movie Maker, but the problem was like there was a lot of like syncing problems
Oh yeah, that's for
in the
sure.
program.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it was like yeah, now it's perfect, and then you
And then I
watch
looked it back, and
the
I was just like, there's no way you can just like click
yeah
anything to like synchronize the sound back again. It's just like, and you can't
yeah
even split the sound because you had like two layers. You could have just one, you just one audio layer from the video and one music layer under. It's kind of like you can't do anymore.
yeah. So it was like yeah, good enough, I guess.
At
And then you
least
just uploaded it.
I upload. I don't know how I did it, but I saved all my videos in like this, just this framed fucking 4:3 format. I don't, and there was like the format was widescreen, right? The all original, but then uh, and I saved it in fucking box format. It was terrible. And when you look at YouTube, you can see like the format is just like squished together.
Oh my
Ah,
God.
yes, I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, and I couldn't fix. I tried. Like I even had it on widescreen, but I didn't do it. I was like, this is this is not this is not making the videos better.
Yeah, that's
So
weird.
like this is not making the things that I'm trying to get the people to like look even better when they have like these black bars on the side. No.
Yeah, but anyway, like I was I didn't do YouTube videos for a while, but then like kind of recently, like a year ago, or no, it was maybe 2 years ago, me and my friend started talking about it would be fun making a podcast.
Yeah.
And we talked about it for quite a while, and then we just said let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's come up with a name. Let's come up with like segments and everything, and let's just do it. And then we and then it and then we just took a week and we just planned everything out, and then we went to me and Thomas, another friend of mine. We went to the retro game convention last year,
Mm-hmm.
and we made a video from there, and we actually got an interview with David Wise.
Oh,
So
that's
we
nice.
actually used yeah, he's the composer of the Donkey Kong Country games and other famous rare games. I don't know, a lot of games.
Yeah, people are just like, who the fuck is that? Like, if they don't know anything about more retro,
Yeah,
people are just like, who is that?
just look him up. He also made music for Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze that's just came out on Nintendo Switch. That's a really good soundtrack. But yeah, anyway, so that was really cool meeting him, and then we actually got to use like this interview in our first podcast. So it was like we started with a bang.
Yeah, well,
So
I wasn't that lucky with my ever for first podcast, and I was just kind of like, let's try this. So that was I feel
yeah.
jelly about that. That's for sure.
Yeah, we just wanted to have like something big for our first podcast, like just so when people listen to our first podcast again, they will be like, "Wow, this is really cool." They they got him like for the first podcast, and then, I don't know.
Yeah, but that's I've been
Yeah,
the thing about me and YouTube. I don't have any problems with YouTube, but I have a problem with I want to do so much different stuff on different themes or kind of segments. So I kind of split up my channels. I made one, and then I made kind of two, three, and I have a lot. Is what I'm trying to say. So I'm like, I made just a normal sketch channel that I still have my first one, and then I was like, I want to make because I couldn't make all the sketches all the time because of people, locations. Everybody has to have their time to make the
yeah,
videos with you and record and all that kind of stuff. It's a lot of planning. So I was like, I can start making some gaming videos, perhaps. I don't know how to do it, but I can try. It couldn't be that difficult, right? It's just like a screen recorder and then a microphone that works fine. And I kind of did that, and I was like, I made two videos on the gaming on my main channel with gaming in 1 week, and I was like, I do not want to force people with gaming videos on my sketch channel. A few channels to kind of just take a 180 and they just kind of stop whatever they're doing and just convert the whole channel.
yeah,
Yeah, so I was like, I don't want to do that. I want to make a new one, so I made a new gaming channel mainly with my brother, my younger brother. We made a
yeah,
few videos together. I think like the first 10 videos was us together. Was meant to be like our channel, but then he didn't want to do that anymore. And then I was just like, I'm gonna make this a gaming channel. And then it just went down to, oh, I wanna open some Pokemon card things when I bought them because why the fuck not? And I was like, well, I do, and I started uploading that on my gaming channel, like 15 videos of it. And I was like, I do not want to force people Pokemon cards opening on my gaming channel, and I
yeah,
just kind of repeat, you know. And I did that, and I was like, I want to have a private more channel that I just talk about serious stuff or just weird ass hobbies that I have, and that's a
yeah,
channel. And I was like, also want to have this podcast with my friend that we talked about for like 2 years making podcast. And I was like,
yeah.
well, we can do this, and then we did that, and I have like, and I don't know, 5 channels by now. I promise you, this is gonna be I'm not gonna make any more channels, okay?
Please,
Just
please don't. You
I'm
have enough
Yeah,
channels
yes,
already.
I have basically everything. I have like one. I have one that is kind of just like me filming whatever, and I have one specific for each hobby and what I like to do now. So I think I'm good, but it's a lot, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's just that I just make a lot of work for myself to keep up with all of them as well.
Yeah, it's got to be really hard for you to like promote all of your channels when you have so many channels to promote. It's
Yeah,
like
like
it sounds like a lot of work, I
yeah,
guess.
yeah. It's just like I remember like I had a few YouTubers who asked if I could make their banner or their outro, like the design of their outro stuff and everything in Photoshop because I do a lot of Photoshop and been doing it since I was 14. Uh, and they asked, "Can you do this?" And I was like, "What do I get from that?" And they were like, "You could eat. Well, I can promote you in 7 of my videos because I'm using." I was like, "Okay," and they're like, "What channel?" And I'm like, "Oh God, which one do I want to pick now? Which one is?"
Yeah. You
But
should you should probably have like maybe 2 channels or maybe 3, not more.
well, now I created 5, so I can't do any more now.
Yeah,
But I'm not gonna make any more though. Like some of them are kind of just like more kind of artsy videos, or actually
Mm.
I'm working on a video that I've worked on for like over half a year now. It's more like of a time lapse video through the years of just like kind of just straight kind of steady filming of just nature and everything around it. I don't know, it's just a new thing that I was just like, I'm gonna take a year to make this video and see how it turns out, just for fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
I normally don't make these kind of artsy-ish videos, but I'm like, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna upload that on my, I call it private channel, but it's not private, but it's not like, it is not
Yeah.
like me dressing up or being a fucking weirdo or playing any games. It's just me being me, basically. So that's fun.
Oh,
That's a project and a half.
do you have like a channel on Pornhub too, or
I have 5 of them.
you do?
Yeah, yeah. I kind of comment with the 4 other ones on my own, to get some traction.
Okay, that sounds interesting. Tell me more about those videos you upload there.
You can go over to Big Jick Joe. It's my username there. That's the most common one That's the most used one though. 150 videos and counting. This is a classic one. It's the best one. And I kind of boost myself up with the other ones.
Well, that sounds great. Well, you gotta promote that one too, and
Yeah, sometimes it's just like, I'm gonna throw that in there to promote on YouTube as well. It's best. Gotta start somewhere. Gonna have some different, you never know where you become big. It's just,
yeah.
at least one of them is not copyrighted music. No, so yeah, so for
Well,
your,
I don't know.
yeah,
Well,
go on.
well, it's like the problem with having like more than one YouTube channel right now is like they just changed like the YouTube partnership program.
Oh
So,
yes, but
so you have,
I had a
huh?
thing. No, I just said yeah, they changed the thing, but before, I don't know if did you kind of verified your channel before you had to be like, because you can't make personalized thumbnails now. Do you know that? If you don't, if you kind of didn't
Oh,
verify
really?
your channel.
Oh, really? I think I verified my channel because I can still make
Yeah,
thumbnails.
yeah, but if you didn't verify your channel before that, before like the 4,000 minute watch and then 1,000 subs, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, then you can't customize your thumbnails.
Oh, yeah, that sucks.
So
Yeah.
but luckily I verified all of my channels at the beginning, so
Yeah.
you can customize and upload. But I didn't know, like I just saw that the other day, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. You can't make your own clickbaity. Like some people use a lot of time. Like I like to spend a lot of time on Photoshop if I think it needs it, just to make it cool, just for
Yeah.
my own. So I feel like the video kind of matches the thumbnail rather than having just a picture from a video. But you can't do
Yeah.
that if you didn't verify before or are under the limit.
Oh, well, that sucks because it's like then it gets even more harder to like
Yeah,
break through on YouTube
yeah.
when you're new.
That was
Yeah.
um. Speaking about YouTube and all that kind of new rules, did you see their news update, or did you see that what they made? You can disable any notifications and at specific times.
Huh? What kind of notifications do you mean?
Just like you get notifications, or you get some notifications when people upload new videos and stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah,
But
that's true.
but now you can like that you normally don't send out a lot anyway. But when now YouTube has done that on phone, so you can disable or enable when you want to have notifications sent to your phone.
Oh, really? Huh.
That's I don't get why. That's not gonna make any more traction towards YouTube. You can just put on not getting any notifications at all. So people
Yeah.
who are subscribed then and notification like notified with the bell, they can just be like, I'm just gonna turn this off.
Yeah.
I get it. Maybe when they're sleeping, I don't know. I don't see that as a biggest problem, but
Yeah, I don't know what I think about that because it's like it's weird because I subscribe many people and often I don't get them in my feed and it's like it's really annoying because I just go to the subscription feed
mm-hmm.
and I'm like, oh, there's a lot of shitty BuzzFeed videos and stuff
Oh
here, but
God,
where's
please. Yeah,
but
I
but 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 it's like where's my favorite YouTubers? They're not here, and they just uploaded new videos today, and it's not here in my feed, and I'm like,
yeah,
what the hell?
and
It's
even just
yeah,
pressing subscribe and the notification bell now is just a pain in the ass, and then they're gonna be like, oh, you can turn off notifications.
yeah,
Why would you do that? You're not making anybody a favor at all.
yeah. You're not even making yourself a
No,
favor when you
no,
do
I
that.
know. You're just losing views and clicks on your website to just watch time. So
Yeah,
I feel like sometimes YouTube does something good, but then they do like one step forward, two steps back kind of thing.
yeah,
But I get
yeah.
it. It's just become this big machine of everything now. So I get it at from a kind of a salesman's point or like trying to sell something and promote stuff. I get it, but for the people who make the videos though, kind of doesn't work that way.
Yeah, I think they just made it more easier for like the big YouTubers to get bigger, but
Yeah,
they made
that
it harder for the small YouTubers to get
yeah.
like recognized. So that's not good at all.
Yeah, I saw that. Okay, I'm going to talk about this since you talk about YouTube videos or YouTube in general. Have you heard about? You probably heard about this, but this stupid thing with the Lauren and the Yanni thing.
The what?
Haven't you heard about it?
I'm not sure.
The Laurel and the Yanni thing. Haven't you heard it?
I don't think
Okay,
so.
there's okay.
What do you mean?
There's like this, like this. You remember like the gold dress and the blue dress thing when people saw different kind of dresses.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
Yeah, now there is a new one of that.
yeah.
It's just uh with voices or there's because there's a word. It's based. I can just tell you what it basically is. It's based off high pitch and low pitch. So what you
Yeah.
hear depends on what kind of device you're using, or if you kind of high pitch or low pitch it. But is this called Yanni or Laurel because you can take them over each other. Okay, I'm
Oh
just gonna.
yeah, yeah. I think I've read about it in my Facebook feed, but
Yeah,
I
it's
haven't like
so stupid. It's literally just because they kind of start. They have like the same time when you say their name, right? So they kind of two samples on top of each other, and either you hear this or that, and then you hear it one more time, and then it changes. And
yeah.
and guess what's on YouTube now on number one? It's do you hear Yanni or Laurel? Solved. Number two is Yanni or Laurel video. Which name do you hear? Like
Oh my God.
the four videos on top at in top 10, it's about that. It's
Yeah.
fucking. It's so stupid. It's annoying. Like it's just two samples, and if you pitch it up, if you have it on the phone, you get more the high pitch, right? Because it's the mic, the phone is just. I guess the speakers are worse. It's just terrible. It's just like I don't get it. I don't get why this is blowing up. It's everywhere on Twitter as well. I'm just like this is. I do not care about two samples over each other. Like
Yeah, it sounds pretty silly if you ask me.
yeah, just it's a new. It's just basically the audio version of the gold dress versus the white and gold versus the blue and black thing.
Yeah.
It's boring as fuck. But anyway, let's not. It's nothing to do with any dresses, but gaming convention.
Yeah, yeah. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, because that was interesting for me because I haven't been on any of those for quite a time.
Oh, had you been on this one before?
Yeah, but not not yet, not last year or anything. So
Oh, okay.
so for me that was kind of all new in that way then, because I just get really, I don't know. Was it anyway? It was really interesting up there because just the whole community of people being there. It was really nice to be like just to walk around with, just find everything you really want to find, and then just talk to people that I never thought that I would just talk to in general, I guess.
Yeah.
Because that was the first time that I met you, and because you knew Irene from last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, people who doesn't, if people don't know who Irene is, go back to my other podcast. Just gonna,
Yeah.
and then that kind of goes back hand in hand. I feel like, um, but
It
God,
it
yeah.
it's really cool that they can have like this really big retro game convention in just Norway, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's just because Norway is such a small country and still we have this huge retro game convention here with like these big guests and like panels and everything, and it's just incredible, you know.
Yeah, like I was kind of, I always been like, I've been to other type of conventions, like, movie and series conventions, and all these kind of all other geeky conventions that people call them, with everything else.
Yeah.
Obviously, like I met some other bigger people in within like movies and stuff, but I didn't never thought that it'd be like that. Just this convention in Norway could be like get the guy who voices Mario and Luigi and everything.
Yeah.
Like that was kind of, I was just like, whoa, jeez, how did that happen?
Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah.
Obviously obviously more people as well, but for me that was kind of like my childhood. So obviously I played other games from Rare as well, Banjo Kazooie, whatever, like all those kind of every Rare game in general, because that was the 90s.
Yeah.
Nintendo 64 and everything. So
It's it,
that,
it
yeah,
it's real crazy, just and like they got like the completionist. He was there. He's
yeah,
like a big YouTuber,
yeah, that was cool
and
to
all.
meet him.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy. Just an amazing person.
Yeah, he seemed really down to earth compared to a lot of like some
Yeah.
YouTubers could be like some people that have like this sort of status thing could be like, oh, I'm better than you, but he seemed really down to earth.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy.
It was really felt like, I kind of felt like not a friend, but like a guy you had that you knew really well. He was kind of like, I don't know, accepting
Yeah.
and just listened and talked. Like, I don't know, it was cool. It's cool. It's a cool thing when you can do that.
Yeah, I love when like YouTubers are very down to earth.
Yeah,
It's like it's just really nice to see them like communicate with their fans and just be like just a genuine good person. That's I like that's if I once get famous, then I will be like that too. I hope.
yeah. I don't like, for if that was the case for me as well, I would be that person as well. I wouldn't be like, I wasn't gonna be the person that's gonna be just by myself inside, not go outside and rarely interact with any of my fan base in general,
Yeah,
because
that's boring because you know, like I love people. I love hanging out with people and meeting new human beings.
yeah, just see new
Yeah,
faces and get to know people.
yeah,
That's obviously because if somebody watches your videos or know you or like your content or you as a person, like
yeah,
just not based on the content you're uploading, but how you act or are in the videos, just being
yeah,
you. That's, I just found that really, like, I feel like that's important to like remind, like
Yeah.
not take it for granted, to be like, yes, of course I'm here because I'm good at this or that, because without the people who want to meet you, you wouldn't be there,
Yeah.
obviously. So that was really, like, it was a nice mixture between people this year on the retro convention.
Yeah, they also got a couple, like three people from that work at the Rare. That was
Yeah,
really cool. And like one of the guys, he's called Chris Marlowe, and he's also famous for voicing the Great Mighty Pooh from
of course.
Conker's, yeah, from Conker's Bad Fur Day. And we actually got to he actually sang the Great Mighty Pooh song live on the convention, and that was like a dream come true for me, because yeah, that was incredible.
Yeah, it's a weird thing when you think about it. Just the concept of like this, the Mighty Pooh thing. It's just like, why?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
a,
I think it's still like the funniest like boss moment for me ever. It's
yeah,
just the first time I experienced it, I was just laughing hysterically.
yeah. It's,
Yeah,
it's a weird one for sure, but it sticks to people's brains though. So
yeah.
they
It's
did
it's
their
really
they
it's
did their
really
job.
catchy too. Yeah.
They did their job and they did it damn well. That's for sure.
Yeah. And we also got to to try the Nintendo PlayStation.
Yeah, that was
That's
cool.
yeah, that's incredible, because that's a prototype, and there's just one known. Um, there's they have just there's
Just
they're
that one.
just yeah, there's just that one, because all of the rest of them just they got destroyed
I don't get why
because
they would do that anyway. Destroy them. They were just like, this is. I kind of get. I know,
well, it was probably because they weren't going to release it, so there was just like
but
yeah,
what
just
I get it, but at some also, but at, like, it's still kind of a piece of a history of making, trying to make something that became big.
yeah. Yeah, that's why it's so very important and good that one of them got found, and now the owner of it actually tours the world with it, and just let people take selfies with it,
Yeah,
and
because both of us
try
did
it
that.
out. Yeah, yeah,
It was
it
cool.
was really
I
cool.
I I can say that I haven't. Remember, I said that I recorded a lot of stuff right from the convention, and I did. I
Yeah,
recorded a lot of things, but I felt like that wasn't good enough, or like I didn't feel like that was enough to upload. So I don't
yeah.
think my video is gonna be up.
Oh no, that sucks,
Yeah, I
because
know, I know.
it's really interesting, and it's just and like the console itself is actually it's kind of sexy, you know.
Yeah,
It's a very nice looking hardware.
yeah. So I don't know. I because we took the pictures and I realized that I just have the pictures laying still on my computer without using them yet. I haven't
Yeah.
uploaded them anywhere. I should
Oh, yeah,
just
yeah, you should probably just upload it anyway.
yeah, just put everything on, just if
Yeah,
it's
and
either Insta or Face, it's whatever. You can just not on. I'd probably just on Insta and link it on Face or whatever, because it's a lot of cool pictures. Like, it's not every day you get a picture
yeah,
with those people and that
yeah,
PlayStation Nintendo prototype and everything.
yeah. It's really cool, and for the listeners that have no idea what the hell we're talking about, it's like it's basically the original PlayStation was actually like uh, cooperation between Nintendo and Sony.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, no, it was like Nintendo wanted like a CD add-on for their Super Nintendo as their next console, so it
Mm.
could play both Super Nintendo games and new CD-based games.
Oh, that was the thing.
Yeah, and Nintendo was being an asshole uh, to Sony, and they made a deal with Philips behind their back.
Oh, so that was
So
they just kind of
yeah,
scrapped the idea then.
yeah. So I think so. Sony and Nintendo had like a big falling out, and Sony was like, well, we're pretty big, so let's just release our own PlayStation ourselves. Just do that.
Yeah, it works out
And
for both of them. So
yeah, I think that was a pretty smart move of Sony that they
yeah,
did that.
yeah, I didn't know that was. I might read about that. I probably did when I first heard about like the prototype and everything.
Yeah.
But I didn't remember that story because then that's interesting and learn something new every day.
Yeah,
Probably, yeah,
and it's also pretty interesting because the deal that Nintendo had with Philips that also fell through, but they had already signed like a contract. So if have you ever heard of the Nintendo CDI games, like the
yeah,
terrible
yeah.
Zelda ones and
Jesus
Mario ones?
Christ, yeah, I've heard about
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that happened because like Nintendo and Philips deal fell through. So Philips had the right to make some games based on Nintendo characters. Yeah, so it was like,
Uh,
what the hell was Nintendo thinking?
I don't know. They were just trying to do it like, yeah, this is a good idea for sure. And the next week they were just like, what
Yeah,
the fuck did we just say yes to?
yeah, and then when Nintendo was like, yeah, let's just continue making cartridges like
Yeah,
with Nintendo 64, and then they lost like Square Enix support because they wanted to make like a huge game, and Nintendo didn't have as much memory on their Nintendo 64.
yeah.
So then they went to Sony instead, who had the PlayStation. So yeah, and then they released Final Fantasy VII on the PlayStation.
Which is still
So
one of, which
yeah,
is still one of the games that people love the most,
yeah,
like kind of the best Final Fantasy game that people still like, isn't it?
yeah, and it's just like Nintendo. What the hell were they thinking?
They just kind of went their own kind of, I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
And I never heard like, I guess it worked out in the end, but you have to make
Yeah.
some, I don't know, hit some bumps before you make it perfect. I don't know.
Yeah, they basically created their own worst enemy.
Yeah, they were just kind of like, no, we're
Yeah,
not gonna, we're just gonna like backstab you and then you and just be like, hey, we're still gonna make our own.
yeah, and that's also why the Nintendo PlayStation console is just such an important piece of like gaming culture,
Mm-hmm.
because it was this piece of hardware that kind of like I don't know, it like created this Nintendo and Sony like like rivalry,
Yeah,
you know?
which kind of made, they made the competition maybe like more focused on up
Yeah.
level, like up each other a little bit more each time and be like try to be different every time as well. So they kind of like had the competition going on. Some like a little bit like low key competition,
Yeah,
but the
it's really cool that the owners of the console are willing to tour the world with it because they actually got bids on it for like $2 million and stuff, and maybe even more, but like $2 million, that's like the highest serious bid they have gotten for the console,
that we
and
know about at least.
yeah, and they still won't sell it, and that's a good thing because
Yeah,
they
but
want to like they want people to experience this amazing console that like created, you know, like the PlayStation.
yeah. So it, like, what's good, like I don't get why, like if somebody bought it then I feel like it would be just like a piece of thing that would go into either some sort of museum or a hands of a collectible, like a collector, and then would be
Yeah,
just like gaming consoles are made to be experienced and play that, and I think like that's why they do it as well with the touring with it. It's kind of
Yeah.
like they want people to try out the console rather than buy just selling it and just being there to watch, because obviously it's playable. So
Yeah. It's really cool. And by the way,
mm.
if you go to Sola and Cola on YouTube, you can see a short interview with me and the owners of this console.
Yeah, I can put that in the description for people to watch, because it's a big thing that we have going on now. Is this so yeah, that was yeah. I watched that video when you made it or put it on, when you linked it on Facebook. I think you did.
Yeah, it's just a short interview, but it's still kind of
It
interesting.
yeah, I know. It's still, I saw the whole video anyway, because I was like, oh, you uploaded a video, because for me I was like, I don't feel like the video, like I have about like an hour of content that I could edit down to a video,
Yeah.
but I was like, I don't feel like this is what I want to be. And that's the problem. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna release that at all, or is just if it's just gonna be like some just from on my hard drive, basically just being there. I don't know.
Well, you do got like 10 YouTube channels, so you can at least upload it to your
Yeah,
personal YouTube channel.
it's not 10, okay? It's 5.
Sure.
It's
Yeah,
5.
sure. Yeah, yeah. Keep telling yourself that.
It's just 5, for fuck's sake.
Well, anyway, so did you buy anything at the Retro Game Convention?
I was going to say a lot of things, but I didn't buy a lot of things. I bought myself um, Pokemon Stadium 2, because
Yeah, that's pretty. Isn't that like super expensive?
let's not talk about price. We didn't. You asked about which games I bought.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the price is not important here, people. It's the it's the value you get from it. Okay.
But did you get like a good deal on it, or?
Yes, I did. It
Mm,
was still
well, that's
expensive
good.
though. Um, but
Of course.
of course it was. And then I bought Pokemon Snap because I had it before, and then
Yeah.
I lost it, and I haven't found it since. And we have cleaned the house. It's not there. Probably went through some sort of other trash that we're gonna throw away, and then we didn't realize that was there. So had to wasn't that expensive to buy Pokemon Snap, but it's still I don't know. It's still my childhood game to play, even though the consoles are pretty, the controllers, how we play the game is pretty fucked, but it's a challenge. And
Yeah, it's a
then
good game.
yeah, it's a good game. And then I got myself the original Super Mario Bros. To the Nintendo NES.
Oh, cool.
Because I had that as well. Actually, I lost like about 10 NES games.
Oh,
It's so sad. I only have like 6 or 7 left now that I have from my childhood, because the NES was my first gaming console ever. I got
oh,
that when I
really?
was like 4,
Huh.
and I had that up until PS1 came out.
Hmm.
And then I played like I can for sure play Mario Bros 3, the 3 first stages with my eyes closed without dying. I tried. It actually works.
Wow, that's impressive.
So I played it so many times. Like I played Super Mario Bros 3 every freaking day for like 7 hours if I had the time, and nobody and the weather was shit. I was just like, I'm gonna play this, and then back in the days, kids, you couldn't save games. You just had to play power
Yeah,
or reset, and then
yeah.
and
It's
then
all thanks. It's all thanks to the original Zelda that you can save your games.
yeah, that's great. That's a great thing that's in games now. So so when somebody was cleaning the house or just bumped into the console with their foot, whoopsie daisy, reset.
Yeah. Oh,
So I bought that because that was the game that I most like. I have all the other Super Mario ones, but I didn't have that one, and I played that so much. So That was the games that I was looking for. But one game that I didn't find was Hobbit, the Hobbit game from to PS2. It's also
Oh,
on
yeah.
GameCube and stuff as well. But I played the PS2 one, and I didn't find it. I love Lord of the Rings. That's the only game that I don't have. Is the Hobbit game. I have everybody else on every freaking console. I need that fucking game. Okay. I I I, I didn't find it. Like it was.
Oh,
It was.
well, that sucks.
Yeah, because um, we walked obviously with Irene or Isha Gaming from the last podcast, but she said that she was just browsing through some games earlier, and I was like, oh, is there a Hobbit game here? And she was like, did you want that? And she was like, yeah, I saw it earlier this way with the Neo Tokyo thing, and it wasn't there when we walked down there.
Oh,
And she was like 100% sure that was there earlier. So
yeah.
that sucks. But anyway,
That sucks.
it's one game that I still trying to find. Probably can find it on eBay or something, other places. But I don't want to pay like twice the price for the game just for the shipping. So
Yeah, yeah. I tried to find well, it's still pretty recent game, I guess. But I always try to find you know, the Fable 1 remake for the
yeah,
Xbox 360.
yeah, I remember when that came out.
Yeah, and like I really want to play that remake, but I can never find it. And once I did find it, and it was like super expensive.
Yeah, it's I don't know, like some games I don't get why that. I guess that's kind of had like this nostalgia thing over it, and then when people bought it, they kind of some games just I don't know, just
Yeah.
become really expensive really fast, even though it's not that old.
I think the problem with that remake, it was, I think they just didn't make that many copies of it. I think
Yeah.
that was the problem.
So yeah, that's what I mean. Like the
Yeah.
people who want the game bought the game, and normally the people who buy that then obviously are
Yeah.
planning to keep it and have it, rather
Yeah.
than just reselling it soon as they're done.
Yeah. Hmm. Well,
So
that sucks.
did you buy anything cool there? Oh, I
Oh,
also bought
yeah.
I bought some Pokemon cards. Okay,
Of course.
of course I
Of
did.
course you did.
Of course I did. It seems like this pattern of Pokemon. No, I was just these two. The other games and Pokemon cards are kind of like I'm not that big of a Pokemon geek in that general. I'm not a big fan of everything else Pokemon or the new generation that much. But some sets of Pokemon are kind of like kind of interesting. Some are just like no, fuck off. I don't want you. Um, so, but this one was just like, oh, this box just released yesterday. Just gonna buy that then. Uh, if people, that's over on my Pokemon channel, everybody. No, okay, I'm not gonna plug my Pokemon channel. I'm sorry. Um, that's it's called Poketime, people. You can just search. Oh, okay, so spoiler. Uh, I opened a whole Elite Trainer box. Do you know how big that is?
No, I have no idea.
That's 8 packs of Pokemon cards plus sleeves extra. It's basically if you're gonna play like play with them. So we get like
Yeah.
these dices and everything. I don't care about those. You get like these dividers and like 60 sleeves with special designs from each set. But
Huh.
you get like packs in there, like 8 packs of them, and that's cheaper than buying just separate ones. I
Yeah.
just got shit to that. I paid like I paid like 500 Norwegians.
Oh, jeez.
And
That's
what I
pretty.
got, I literally just got one GX card, like kind of a full art thing, not even a full art, but like just this regular card, and then one hollow.
Yeah.
But then I bought a separate pack, just like just one single pack on the side.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I pulled a fucking gold secret rare card, which is worth like $50.
Wow.
And
Wow. That's awesome.
so I got that at least, but then I bought another one, and then I just got 2 hollows in it, and I paid. That was 4 packs as well, because that was the Gen 2 legendary dogs like the Entei and all those.
Yeah.
And I just got literally just 2 holos. Nothing more.
Oh.
I was so fucking pissed. I wasted so much money on that. If I just bought like that one pack for like, how much is that in just about like $7, isn't it? Or so? About that. Like if I just bought that one, I would have earned literally like that was the only pack who actually was worth something at all.
Yeah.
So that's what I got. So for people who haven't watched the video yet, kind of spoiled everything. But that's great. But otherwise, did you get something cool?
Well, yeah, I didn't really buy that much stuff at the convention because I was more just like enjoying, like just playing the consoles and talking to people.
Yeah, same.
But like,
It just makes me.
yeah,
Yeah, I talk to people as well. For people, just like people know that now. I wasn't just walking around buying shit all the time. I just did that at the beginning of the first day, and then that's it. Okay, I didn't. So go on. I was just gonna.
well, yeah, I did buy Perfect Dark on the Nintendo 64.
What's that?
Not in a, it wasn't really in a good condition, but it was like I think I got it like half price, and it was boxed, so it was really cool.
Did you get it signed though?
Yeah, of course. I bought it. I saw it and I was like, yeah, I want to get this signed. And I was like, how much for this game? And they were like, I think it was like $20.
Uh huh.
And then I was like, can I get it for 10? And they were like, hmm, okay.
Okay, whatever. We're probably gonna earn up what it's worth anyway. So okay.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. And also, yeah, I got it signed. And I also got Super Mario 64. And
Didn't you have
to get that signed.
did? Oh, you got assigned. Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw that. I don't know why. I was just my brain just kind of blocked that out. I saw that on a picture. Jesus Lord.
yeah, just I bought it just because I owned it before, but I sold my Nintendo 64 some years ago
Big mistake.
because yeah, no, I was moving and stuff, so I basically
Oh
sold
yeah.
like all of my gaming stuff and then I had to buy my gaming stuff back again because
For
I
more
love gaming.
for more that it's the ad for and you paid more for the new stuff than you got from the other ones that you sold.
Yeah,
Probably.
probably, but I got a pretty good deal on the Mario 64 cart. I
That's
think.
good.
Yeah, I don't remember how much. Well, okay, maybe not that good of a deal, like $20, but still, it
Well,
was okay.
let me tell you, I paid a lot more for the goddamn Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah, probably.
If you can kind of up that with like twice the amount and a little bit more. So
Oof.
yes, that
Yeah.
was a pricey one, but I haven't found anybody that's other places. Like if you look on like these sells, like these buy and sell sites, they just want like they were just like, oh, $80, and I was like, fuck no. So
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
pricey.
You probably got a good deal on it because that's a pretty pricey game.
Yeah, it's yeah. I realized that soon as I started to think like, oh, I want to have this game for just for fun. Realized that it was an expensive game, but now I have it, and I'm gonna keep it until until it dies. I'm not gonna throw it away. I'm just gonna keep it.
Yeah, that's really cool. I never played the second one. I owned the first one, and that's a really good game. But
Yeah.
I never played the second one.
Oh, the second one, it's so good. I
Yeah,
played it with
probably.
friends. I played it with friends a lot before. They had it. I never had it. I was like, I don't need it because they have it. Haha.
Yeah,
Doesn't work like that now.
yeah.
Did you get something else? I was interrupting you with my my expensive
Yeah.
game.
Well, I don't think I got that much else. I did bring a Sea of Thieves figurine that I got in Loot Crate. I got it like 2 days before the convention.
Oh, that was
And
lucky.
yeah, I was really lucky. So I got Chris Marlowe to sign it because he worked on that game.
Yeah, that's the thing. And since I got my gaming computer up literally hours ago, like 2 hours ago, um,
Yeah.
I wanted to play Sea of Thieves. Is it good? Is it worth playing? Because I saw it when it came out, and I
Yeah.
talked about it with Irene as well, or Isha, or whatever. We talked about that when we started talking. That was one of the themes that came up was Sea of Thieves. Is it
Yeah.
worth buying? Is it any good now? Is it kind of like
Well, to be honest, I haven't played it, so I don't know. But
like
I've actually seen a lot of Let's Plays of it, and it looks really fun.
yeah, that
And
I haven't done that. I haven't watched a lot of it because I was like, is
yeah,
this because I got a lot of shit from the
well,
beginning.
it's like if you got a lot of friends that plays it or want to play it with you, then yeah, I think it's probably a game for you. But if you're going to play it alone or just with one friend, then probably not. Don't buy it.
It's just an interesting concept or a different concept than other games, I guess. It's just I'm so sick of tired. So it's like sick of tired of first or just of shooting games. I know that I play a lot of Star Wars Battlefront, but it's because of it's Star Wars. It's kind of that's why. But
Yeah.
I I don't like it's just this big mass of just the same recycled shooting games and
Yeah.
about and what I really don't like nowadays is battle royale games.
Yeah, they make a shit ton of those.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
I
Oh,
play. I,
every game wants to be a battle royale game nowadays. Even
yeah,
even even Call of Duty is
yeah.
going to do it now.
I was going to say that. Have you heard the shitty thing about Call of Duty? It's gonna be like we are gonna take away the campaign, but you're gonna get battle royale people. Like
Well,
no,
nobody played the campaign anyway, so
I guess
like
that's I guess I get I never I stopped playing Call of Duty like I don't know it's so long like I got Call of Duty Black Ops for like $10 like Black Ops 3 from my brother on PS4 because he was just like this is a shitty game, you can have this for like $10 when it was all new, and I was like okay, and I played it for like 2 hours online. That's about it. After that, I haven't played anything. But the World, like the World War II one, looks kind of decent, but isn't enough for me to actually get back into it.
no.
I think they fucked themselves over when they did like the advanced warfare stuff and all that kind of spacey thing. They were like trying to make this science fiction future thing.
Yeah, I think they just went a bit too far with it.
They're just like, oh, you're in space now. You're driving spaceships on different planets. It's just like, oh,
Yeah.
thanks. Are you making a new version of Star Wars games now? Thanks. This is what I want in Call of Duty. So
Yeah.
after that, I was just like, I didn't look back on Call of Duty. After that, I was kind of done with it.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that
I've never really been that into like shooting games and stuff. Like, I was really into the Destiny games,
yeah,
if you
I
played them.
played the shit out of Destiny because I had two friends that I played with on PlayStation.
Yeah.
And that makes it I but I don't want to play that all alone, like doing everything that alone. That's some games is
No.
kind of like really boring to like to a certain extent. It's kind of like this is fun for a while, but then you know,
Yeah. I think it's just a really fun game to like just be with your friends in and just
yeah,
grind and like just have fun.
yeah. Have you played any Destiny 2 at all, or did you just play the first one?
Yeah, I did play Destiny 2. I played the campaign, and I went to like the max. I don't think it's light level anymore. I think it's power level in Destiny 2.
Yeah, it's basically levels in a way. Then you
Yeah,
just
yeah,
for for making it easier for people to get it just max level.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like I went to like max level and max gear level,
Ah.
but yeah, and it was like, and I tried to finish the raid, but I think we came to like I don't know, I think it was like the boss before the final boss, and then they were like, yeah, yeah, we're tired now. Let's play another day, and they just never wanted to play again. And then I just went I just didn't want to play Destiny 2 anymore because it was just the raid left. And then the DLC came out and I heard it was not very good, so
Yeah, I played.
I didn't play it, and then there's even more DLC now, and I heard that's not really that good either. So
Yes.
I'm just waiting for the new expansion pack when comes out.
Yeah, I saw like the Destiny 2 expansion or like the DLC thing on PlayStation Store today or something, like a commercial for it. I was like,
Yeah.
because I haven't played a lot of Destiny 2 to be honest, because kind of I bought all the other expansions and DLC for the first one, and
Yeah.
I kind of like dropped off after that. I was just like, I don't know, I just never got into it again.
Yeah, and I don't really want to pay like almost $40
Oh yeah, that's the
to
problem that I had with it.
yeah for the season pass. That's very expensive for not very much content.
Yeah. Have you ever played Lord of the Rings, or not Lord of the Rings, Middle Earth, Shadow of War, or Shadow of Mordor?
No, I haven't actually played those games, but I've seen like Let's Plays of it, and it looks like a really good game.
It's a goddamn fucking good game. Uh, not because, not okay. It might be because it's Lord of the Rings, so it has like a little special place in my heart. But it's still a fun game. But they released a big free expansion a few days ago when you have like this new region to play in Mordor.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
Huh.
they everybody got that. You don't need to have any, because I bought the gold edition when I pre-ordered it, so I have like the season pass with all that. But that's but the new DLC, like the new expansion, is free for everybody who has the game, which is
Yeah.
a new region, and there's more to the main. It's more main story quests. So like they don't give you just like here is 5 side missions. You literally play as the one of the other main characters in the game that you didn't play in the first, like the release version. So you play
Oh.
as him, but you're kind of in this desert area with like these worm things coming up from the ground, kind of like they're like orcs, like regional orcs with more like of a just bone armors, kind of almost like Assassin's Creed ish kind of style, Egyptian style ish area or something. With like obviously with a twist, more like Lord of the Rings, but they it's free for people who has the game to like have like 6 more hours of gameplay to
Yeah.
play on, and a new area to unlock, a new gear to get. It's a good game, and there's also a 4K version of that. It can download a 4K cinematic edition, so you can just switch on and off 4K in the game. Depends on if you have the PlayStation Pro or 4K TV, which is cool.
Yeah. That's cool.
So that's I played a little bit on it because I downloaded it yesterday. Uh, so far, I love it. But yeah, that's just me talking about Lord of the Rings again. That's great.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard that people were kind of pissed about that game because there were like microtransactions
Oh
in
yeah,
it.
that's removed now.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah, they had microtransactions. You can buy these crates like everybody else and get specific gear, and
Yay.
you can get like these rarities of weapons, and obviously you have like these groups, right? You have like these, like you can get orcs from this region and this region to get join in, because this game is more
Yeah.
about like you're building an army, right? So you kind of take over a region, and you kind of own the place after that, and you control all the orcs in it.
Yeah.
And you could get like epic leaders that are really strong that can control you have, and they can control like 20 other people. So it was kind of like you buy stuff, but you collected the coins in the game as well to open those. You didn't need to pay. You didn't have to pay for it to get them.
Yeah. It's really stupid because it's like it's a single player game. Like
Yeah,
like
yeah, I know.
why? Because like back in my days when I was younger, we had like cheat codes when we wanted to cheat. And
Yeah,
now instead of cheat codes, we have microtransactions. So you have to pay
you have you
real
have
money to cheat in a game.
you have pay codes, which is the best type of codes. Just buy yourself up to the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, the I don't get. I didn't think about it that much. Obviously, I saw that you could do it, but I was like, I am. If I'm gonna complete, I completed the Shadow of Mordor, the first one, 100%. Every collectible, everything you can get, every DLC completed, like everything.
Yeah.
And I did that with Assassin's Creed Black Flag as well, like everything that's possible to do.
Oh wow, cool.
Because I like to just completely when I feel like it's a game that I'm really into. And it's
Yeah.
one of those games because they have a lot of parallels. You can like parkour in Lord of the Rings or Shadow of Mordor games. You can like get different gears that's better for this and that. So it's kind of the same, but it's a little bit different. So I like to complete those. If you like accomplished to be like, oh, I collected every diary paper around the whole game, even though it's fucking hard, but you did it.
Yeah.
So for me, I completed that, and this game is even bigger and way more to do, so it's probably going to take a long time. It's just something that
Yeah. I try to 100% complete Final Fantasy 15 if you
yeah,
play that.
yeah.
And it was like I almost completed everything, but then I started releasing DLC. And then I was like, yeah, I'm never going to finish this.
Yeah, that was because Shadow of Mordor as well, obviously had season pass and DLCs.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I'm gonna complete every fucking thing that I can. And there's obviously they're not releasing any more to that game now since Shadow 4 came out last year, wasn't it? I believe so. Um, but I completed all the DLCs. I did every side quest. I got every outfit, every character. So I feel like that game with DLCs is 100% completed. It took me a long time though. I do not recommend doing that to anybody because it's it doesn't feel that well when you're done with it afterwards either. It's just like
Yeah.
you're just grinding, literally grinding.
Yes.
But the new one, you can ride dragons.
Mm, that's
So
cool.
so you can control dragons on or drakes. Sorry, not dragons. Not gonna offend anybody here because there's no dragons in Lord of the Rings because Smaug is the last one. Remember in the Hobbit.
Yeah.
So drakes is what I'm talking about here. Just be smaller dragons basically. So you can ride on them, and you can use those to get into fortresses with orcs and breathe fire and destroy buildings.
Huh.
That's obviously a little bit in the game, but it's still goddamn cool to do it. Because you feel like you're one of the Nazguls riding like the beasts, just on the dragon.
Huh.
So, is there any games that you're playing now that's like that you're really into now or looking forward to say it that way? That either are like really close to releasing or just released?
I'm not sure. I'm not playing anything right now. Like the last game I completed was A Hat in Time, if you heard of it.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah, it was like this really cute 3D platformer game, and it was really good.
Yeah, I like those kind of platformery, just these
Yeah,
games. I'm more like I have this mixed. I don't know. I just have this mixed feelings about different type of games that I like to play. Even though as sounds, I can say, oh, I hate shooting games, but I play Star Wars Battlefront, and
yeah,
I say that I don't like Assassin's Creed's the new games, or
yeah,
obviously the origin one in Egypt is really good, but like the other ones before that, but still I play the shit out of Black Flag because it was
yeah,
different. So, and I play a lot of platforming games, and just I kind of like to have this open, kind of like this more
yeah,
select. Or I'm not like that selective on each type of genre of games. It's nice to
yeah,
like be open about playing everything. I feel like.
yeah, yeah. I'm pretty much the same as you, I think. It's just like, and also with like 3D platformers, I can't really remember like the last time I played like a really good 3D platformer. But like last year we got both A Hat in Time and Super Mario Odyssey,
Yeah,
and those were like two, maybe probably two of the best games I played last year.
yeah. Did you ever play ukulele?
Yeah, I played some of it and I actually backed it too, so I'm in the credits. But
Oh,
uh,
okay, okay. I don't. Uh, I didn't know that.
yeah, yeah,
You
there's a lot
more.
of people in the credits though. It's like maybe over 1,000 people
Yeah,
who
but
backed that
still, that's
game.
cool. It's still a cool thing though. I didn't do that, but I bought the game, so I have a physical copy on PS4 on it. So, but did you kind of enjoy the game, or did you feel like it just became a really better graphic version of Banjo-Kazooie or all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I'm a really huge fan of Banjo-Kazooie, and I really didn't see like I've like some of the humor, like the dialogue was really good, and the music is also
The music
very, very
was
good.
yeah, the
Yeah,
music was pretty much spot on from Banjo-Kazooie at some points. Just I don't know.
yeah, the music was great, but like the game itself, I didn't really like it that much. I was kind of disappointed, and I just and I just didn't want to play it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I played like some of the first level and some of the second level, and then it was just like, yeah, I'm not having fun. Let's
Yeah,
just not play
that's
this.
exactly how I felt about it as well then, because I was so excited for this. I was just like, yes, this is cool. This is gonna bring back more old games, like you know what I mean. And then I played it, and then I was just like, okay, this is fun at the beginning, and then it became just more of this. I don't know. I just lost, like you said, it kind of
Yeah,
it wasn't fun after a while. I was just like, I'm just gonna put this down and perhaps play it later, but then I never played it later.
yeah, it's just not a very good game. If you want a good new 3D platformer, play A Hat in Time and play Super Mario Odyssey. Those are amazing games.
Yeah,
Probably two of the best 3D platformers I have ever played. So
yeah, I
you
played
should, yeah,
Odyssey. Like at least for me, Odyssey is I didn't play that much of I had in time, but like obviously Odyssey is really I'm happy that they released that game because it changed so much for Nintendo as well, I believe. Just how you can see how much work and love that went into that game compared to a lot of other games nowadays.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
It's just
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
It's just like one of the best games you
yeah.
can play. It's just pure fun.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And now I'm gonna make a segment called I don't know. I'm just talking about whatever you want to. Okay, this is a segment that my guests can talk about like some sort of thing they have on their mind or have been thinking about lately about anything? So, do you have any kind of things that you have been either, I don't know, looked forward to, enjoyed anything kind of like I have some stupid stuff as well on that, so
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Like, please subscribe to Soul and Cola on YouTube.
yes.
No, yeah, no, but seriously, I don't really know. Like, there's one thing I kind of wanted to talk about
Yeah.
that's kind of interesting, and that's I don't know if you heard of it, but there's like I don't know if it's a leak, but it I think it might be true because everyone's writing about it now. It's like it's the games that Nintendo is going to show off show off at the E3 this year.
Oh yeah, that's
Uh,
the E3 is the thing that's coming up soon.
yeah,
Or
have you seen the supposedly leaked list from
no,
it?
no, I have not. Is that
Yeah,
something I need to? Is that a thing that I need to should look up? Is
yeah,
it?
I'm looking at it right now. It says, well, well, we don't know if it's actually real, but like I think it might be real.
What does it
It's
say?
yeah, they're going to show off the new Super Smash Brothers, but that's all already been confirmed.
Yeah.
And they're also going to show off a new Punch-Out game.
That's
That's
interesting.
yeah, and it's developed by Next Level Games, and that's a
Mm.
pretty. I think they made the last one too. I don't remember.
I don't remember who made the last one, but it's interesting
Yeah.
nonetheless.
And there's also a new Metroid Prime game that's called Metroid Prime Renegade that's
Ah,
developed by Bandai Namco. I don't think it's the same. I don't think it's the new Metroid Prime 4 game. I think this is another
like
Metroid Prime game.
kind of like a spin-off thing. That's maybe,
Yeah, I think it
or
is.
just
And
like a in between game, like just one off game, something.
yeah, I think it's like an in-between game, and
Yeah.
that can be fun if it's true.
Yeah.
And there's
Obviously.
also a new Fire Emblem game called Fire Emblem Memories.
Oh.
And there's also a Fallout 3 game, like a anniversary edition of Fallout 3 for the Switch.
But the
And
thing is that gonna be more content in there, or is it gonna be just the same game with?
it's probably just the same game with all the DLC and stuff.
Yeah, I believe that like just push in every DLC or
Yeah,
extra thing that you needed to pay for before.
yeah, it's probably just that and maybe some amiibo stuff in it, like
Yeah.
maybe some Mario costumes or whatever.
Yeah, just like you can do this and that, haha. Kind of like what I did with Skyrim and all that.
Yeah, and they're also going to show off a new F-Zero game,
Mm.
and I'm like, yeah. And when I saw it, I was like, yeah, I don't believe this. It's called F-Zero SX, and it's developed by Platinum Games. And I was like, if this is true, then this is amazing because Platinum Games is it's just a really good studio. It's the same studio that made the Bayonetta games
Oh,
and the Nier Automata.
yeah, that would be interesting to see if that actually is a thing, or if that's
Yeah,
just.
yeah. I hope it's real because we've been waiting for a new F-Zero game for like I think it's like 15 years now since the last one on GameCube. So it's been
Yeah,
like forever.
yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah,
It's,
and also there's a Star Fox racing game
what?
for yeah, it's supposed to be like a racing game where you can like race people like in like and you can also shoot your opponents.
It
It's
that's so it's basically so is it probably like the theme then is I guess space. So
yeah.
it's just like is it kind of like Mario Kart on
No,
no I mean
yeah,
like it's kind of
yeah,
spacey Mario Kart with some guns,
Well,
attack.
it's basically if you played the Star Fox games, like Star Fox 64, it's basically like that, but like a racing game.
Oh yeah, yeah, I play that like in obviously. That's one of
Yeah,
the games that everybody had back in the days, almost. At least my
yeah.
friends had it.
It sounds really interesting, and it's supposed to be made by Retro Studios, the same studio who made
Ah,
the original Metro Prime games, and also Donkey Kong Country,
so
um, The Returns, and Tropical Freeze.
so it has potential to be a good game then.
Yeah, if it's true, then
Obviously, if
I'm
it's true,
yeah, if it's true, I'm pretty sure that will be a pretty awesome game. Probably
like
much better than the Star Fox. Was it Zero? It was called Star
yeah,
Fox Zero.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. That that was just too gimmicky.
yeah. I felt like that was just to
Yeah,
make a Star Fox game. I don't know. Like
yeah,
some games are just hit and miss. Like some just because they have a title doesn't mean that a game would automatically become a good game. I guess it wasn't like it has to be how the game
yeah.
is made and everything.
It would probably be a good game if you could play without all the gimmicks. Then it would
Yeah,
probably be a
of
pretty fun
course.
game. But yeah, sadly it wasn't. Well, let's just hope this is true so we get like a really good Star Fox game this time.
Yeah, that would because like the Zero one was kind of like meh, eh. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's one of
And
those.
also and
Yeah.
also they're going to release Fortnite on the Switch.
What? Or obviously, I mean, like,
Yeah, I think that's probably true because haven't they like released Fortnite even on like mobile phones now?
oh, I'm not sure if they had it on PUBG is on phone at least.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
pretty sure that they have released at least a beta, like a beta version or something on phones. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure, or at least they were going to release it.
okay, I don't see it now. I searched it. It wasn't anything yet. If it's a beta thing, I just see PUBG here when I searched Fortnite. I don't know. That's
Yeah, let me see. Fortnite. Well, maybe I was just dreaming about it. No, no, it says Fortnite Mobile on iOS, and
oh
it's also coming on Android
oh
pretty
maybe that's why I
soon.
didn't find it then on my Android. I'm not privileged enough. God
Yeah, I
damn
have
it.
I have Android myself, so but it says that the Android version is
Mm.
coming during summer.
Ah, okay. So yeah, obviously that's coming
Yeah.
up. Oh, like
Yeah, so,
obviously it's a big game now, and they combined Avengers and Fortnite recently. So you know,
yeah, yeah, that's pretty cool. And here's the big thing. You probably heard of it, but they're going to release a Pokemon game for the Switch.
oh boy, yes, I heard about that. I
And
was,
this is pretty much confirmed because Nintendo has actually registered the domains for the names.
hoo hoo hoo. Which
And
is which,
insiders also says it's true. So and it's called Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee Edition, and it's a pretty weird game. No, a weird name for
yeah. Okay,
Pokemon games.
is that is that anything related to like? Is the name just randomly just picked out of just Pokemon Go and Let's Go? Is there some sort of
Yeah,
is
there's an actually an integration there. You can supposedly you can catch Pokemons in Pokemon Go, and you can transfer them to Pokemon Bank and then to the Switch version.
oh,
Switch
oh boy,
version
I
of
would
the
have
game.
the biggest fucking best team ever then. I played so much Pokemon Go.
Yeah, and
Just,
supposedly it's supposed to be like a reimagining of Pokemon Yellow.
oh boy, that
Yeah,
sounds real cool. Yeah, because like I said, yes, like I said to you before we started podcast, I was in the city yesterday playing Pokemon Go, and I catch myself a Ho-Oh. Okay, not just one, but three Ho-Ohs.
wow.
Because Ho-Oh is up until like I don't know 7th now of June.
Huh.
Just like for us, because last time it was like there was like I don't know, 1 week in January. I don't want to travel of like half an hour to be in a city like in the fucking cold in the middle of the winter trying to catch this ho. So I lost some legendaries there. I got Lugia, but then ho came so late, just out of nowhere, and then I didn't get it. But now he's back, and I was in the city, got 3 of them already, and I was just like, now I just need 1 Taurus, but that's in American region Pokemon.
Oh.
So they had like Farfetch'd was obviously that was like in Asia, and they had like different ones that different regions, right? And Europe has Mr. Mime, yay,
Yeah.
just a shitty one. But they have like had these Kangaskanis Australia, but they had like you could get Kangaskhan in an unknown in Oslo in just
Oh, really?
yeah, just for like a weekend you can get Kangaskhan, and I got that, and Farfetch for just like 48 hours I got that. But they haven't had any Taurus yet, and that's like Gen 1, and they're on like Gen 3 now, and it's still not
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. I've heard that you can actually. I'm not sure if it's like that anymore, but you could get like the region Pokemons from eggs.
You can't
You
do
were
that
like,
anymore.
oh, okay. Then they changed it.
Yeah, they changed a lot of the game. Like they turned the whole game upside down and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So that's the only one that I don't have from Gen 1. And Gen 2, obviously, like the Lugia one is what I needed. And then I played too much. Trust me. Like I played.
Yeah. It
I
sounds like that.
I walked like we were out for like 8 hours of playing Pokemon yesterday.
Jeez. What level are you in Pokemon Go?
I'm on level 36.
Oh,
40 is max.
Oh.
Um. And
Wow.
and what's fun about that is actually like you can get Mewtwo, right, to get, I don't know if you know this, but or if that's any interest for anybody who doesn't play Pokemon Go, because it's a dead game from a lot of people. But you can get like these raids, right, to get like different Pokemons. You get like
Yeah.
different gyms basically. But you can get EX raid, which is the Mewtwo, right? You can have a chance to
Wow.
catch Mewtwo, but you have to be specific which you have like these different people have found out where you can the bigger chance of getting that is. So
Yeah.
but for myself, I figured out on Saturday between 6 and 8 or 7:30 on a church and one just ugly ass piece of art in the city. If you take those raids when there are raids there, you have a big chance to get the raid pass. And we done that like you get, and that's like every week. But if you do it every other week, and I just had done that randomly, I got EX raids every time. And today
Wow.
I got I did it yesterday, and then I got a message today, and it said like somebody has sent you a special invitation on like a
Hmm.
notification, and I opened it, and it said like congratulations, you got the EX raid pass. Ta-ta. So I got another
That's
one, so I
awesome.
can catch another Mewtwo on the 29th of May. And I have
Wow.
to ask to, because it's 10 in the morning, okay?
Oof.
So I have to ask on work if I can switch up.
Oh my God.
Yes, I'm serious.
Oh my
Because
God.
last time I had the day off, but this time it's a Monday, and I don't have days off on Monday, and I have to ask for that. So
I think you need some help.
no, 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 no. Don't say that. I don't need any help. I'm perfectly fine. So that's the thing. It's in 9 days from now, okay? That's where my
Yeah.
Mewtwo. Then I'm gonna try to get my third Mewtwo, okay?
Oh jeez.
Yes, I'm gonna, because I know exactly which date, obviously, or like which day and time and the places. So the chances are like really big then. So, and as long as they don't change that up, I will just keep doing it. And I will figure out when they change it up, because then it doesn't work anymore. So that was I had a thing that I was gonna say that I was really excited about, but I forgot about it. That's nice.
I think more people will probably play Pokemon Go again when they announce that you can transfer Pokemons to the Switch version.
Ooh, that's yeah, like that would be nice to have some more people. Just because when we're
Yeah.
playing, me and my regular friends playing, we see the same people again and again, and normally
Yeah.
that those are people between the age of 35 to 60. So
Yeah.
grown ups.
Yeah.
You rarely see any kids at all.
Yeah. That's kind of weird, but at least they have like an excuse to like get out and move their body.
Yeah, of course, but like when we walk around, you see the same people. Like you go to a raid and then just like see you on the next, see you later today, maybe like being, being a good citizen and being nice, and
Yeah.
an hour later it's just like hello again, and half an hour later just like oh you're here again now, okay, hi. You just see the same
Yeah.
people every day, every time, every place.
Yeah, it was much more fun when Pokemon Go was like really big when it came out, and it
Yeah.
was it was it was really fun and weird because I remember like I was at like a Pokemon gym,
Mm-hmm.
and then I tried to take over it, and then just randomly a taxi driver just stopped there, and then he took it from me.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck? A taxi driver took the gym? What?
Why you gonna do this to me?
Oh my God.
Oh, it's the best. Like I
Oof.
had the. You want to know something that's really annoying? Obviously, it's not that annoying. But yesterday they had like these shiny events, right? Or like,
Yeah.
so you have like 3 hours to get a shiny specific Pokemon, and yesterday was shiny Charmander. So you can get like the black Charizard.
Oh wow. That's cool.
Yeah. So, and I slept longer than I should have. It started at 11. Guess we woke up at 10:30, and here like and the bus goes like every other hour. Haha.
Oh.
So I had like, but I was there like 1.5 hours, so I got like half the time.
Yeah.
But I got everything. But a friend of mine had a phone to another friend because two of the people that we play with, both of the girls, was working, so they couldn't join us. So he
Yeah.
had her phone, and she got 10 shiny Pokemon, and we took
Oh.
our first Ho-Oh, right? Because it's difficult to find.
Yeah.
And the chances of getting a shiny Ho-Oh is like 1%. Um,
Jeez.
you rarely get it. And her first fucking Ho-Oh was a shiny Ho-Oh. She wasn't even
Wow.
there. My friend played on her phone, and he himself lost his Ho-Oh, and regular one, because it's not like everybody gets a shiny if that's the place, right? It's just
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So she got her shiny Ho-Oh on the first Ho-Oh ever.
Oh my God.
So, but the good thing is, if I ever find a shiny Ho-Oh before the 7th, you're guaranteed to get it long as you hit it with a Pokeball, because it's such a rare Pokemon to get.
Yeah.
So you get it if you catch it, but the other ones can disappear and you can lose those. But she got it on the first try, like the ever first Ho-Oh, and she wasn't even with us then. We just had her phone.
Yeah, you should have just deleted it.
Oh, we were so close. We were so fucking close. Trust me, we were just looking at the transfer button, just like
Yeah.
we were just like Palpatine, just do it. I was just saying that all again and again to my friend. I was just like, do it now. He didn't do it though. I was so
Oh.
disappointed. She got the fucking. I was just like, here we are walking for hours and hours, and she's working, and she's getting this fucking shiny at the first try.
Yeah.
She's not
She
even
doesn't.
with. She's not even with us. What the fuck is
Yeah.
that?
She doesn't deserve it.
No. And we were telling her that when we met up with her later. We were just like, you fucking prick. You wasn't even with us. She heard she got it. We wasn't being mean though. We were just jokingly, but still,
Yeah.
like we were catching it, and he was just like, "Is this a shiny?" And we were just like, "Motherfucker!" But if I ever find one, I can get it, long as I obviously you get a certain amount of balls, right? Like set of balls, depend on how good you do it and which team has the gym and everything. But as long as you just hit it with the ball, then you will get it. So that's at least that's a nice thing. What if you lost a 1% shiny Pokemon? That would be.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
It's just like we were talking about it. We were just like, I never seen a shiny legendary Pokemon. It would be cool to see. And the first thing that popped up 2 minutes later when we fought it was just like, that's a shiny. And that's not even one of ours on of our players, just hers. She's not even there. It's really fun. So that's it's my Pokemon Go rant for everybody to listen to. Because,
Have you ever caught any shinies in like the mainline Pokemon games?
yes, I have.
Probably a ton.
I caught a few of them. I don't remember
Yeah.
all of them now, but I have done that. But it's like just when you play Pokemon Go and you kind of you just get a shiny Magikarp, like the chance is like 1 in 6,000.
Yeah.
So, but I got one. Fun enough, just outside my house. I've walked for hours, didn't find anybody. I tried so hard. There was just like this Magikarp thing that was everywhere. I caught 60 of them. None, like in like half an hour, none of them were shiny. But outside my house, when I was just home chilling, I got a fucking shiny. So
Yeah, and
it's just
like
it's just pure luck.
yeah, and like that's pretty funny because like a shiny Gyarados, that's like the easiest shiny to get in like the
Yeah,
in like
I know,
line games.
I know. But like,
Yeah,
just to
that's kind of ironic.
yeah, and to get that in Pokemon Go, god fucking damn it, that's hard. So yeah, I play Pokemon Go, people.
Yeah,
I am.
every day.
It's not every day. It could be every day if I wanted to, but sometimes when I get home from work like 6 o'clock, it doesn't all the time. It's not like really something I want to do, but I play it at least. I open the game every day. I try to catch one of them and take a gym to get like the daily bonuses and play it for like 10 minutes every day. So kind of every day.
Do you ever sing that Pokemon Go song whenever
No.
you're playing it?
No, I'm not singing. I play Pokemon Go every day. No, 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 sir. I'm a high class citizen. I don't sing that song. But I heard it. It's terrible. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah, it is.
I would never cause that song upon my greatest enemy. As it's a terrible song.
Yeah, it is. And he has a lot of other terrible songs too on his channel.
Yes.
So check it out. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, check it out. His channel is in the description. No, no, fuck no.
No.
Yeah, I've heard a few of them when he was kind of like meme. So
Yeah.
yeah, I haven't caught up on him, to be honest. I haven't subscribed, so I'm not into him that much.
Yeah, I stopped subscribing him because it was just it was just a bit too much after a while. It was funny in the beginning, but then it was just like
Yeah, it's
nah.
it's a fine line when people are aware about when they're like getting popular a meme than being laughed at in a good way, and they're kind of like trying to
Yeah.
normally doesn't
Hey,
work.
so I have a question for you.
Okay.
That's not about the video games.
Okay.
have you ever seen any anime?
Yes, I have actually. Lately I haven't watched anything in a little while because me being lazy and forgetting to watch any series at all, just getting swallowed up in YouTube. But I
Yeah.
am open to watch a lot of different animes, and I watched a lot, or not a lot, but a few way back. But there's always somebody new that pops up now and then that I hear about that I'm meaning to see, but then I'm just like,
Okay, let me guess. You've seen Naruto and Sword Art Online.
yeah, I've seen those as well.
You have?
Everybody has seen those, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
that's true.
almost, I guess. Yeah, but no,
Yeah.
I had a friend, or I have a friend. I know it's gonna sound like the person are dead. It's not.
Yeah.
I have a friend
He's
that
he's just dead for you.
just we're not gonna talk about that. No, that's another. It's a private thing for my that's for my other YouTube channel. One of my
Oh,
five ones.
oh, yeah.
I'm talking about future plans here. Thanks for the idea. No, my friend watched a lot of anime in general, and just kind of into that culture of watching every kind of like anime and just Asian talk shows and whatever shows, and all that. So I've seen a lot of animes from her when we worked together. So like we had this break and we were like watching that then. So I watched a lot of it back then as well, but I don't remember all the names. I just watched it, but it's like a year ago and up until 2 years for some of them. So is there
Yeah.
anybody like really worth watching now that you will recommend or something?
Well, yeah, like currently airing, I would probably recommend for like if you like superheroes, you should probably watch My Hero Academia. That's a really good show. Most people have probably heard of it anyway, but it's really good.
Yeah, one of my friends that I play Pokemon Go with, he said back to the Pokemon. He said like that's one of his favorites that he watches now. Anyway, he showed me like, oh, have you seen this? And showed me like a picture of like the poster or whatever, like the artwork for it. Actually, so that's yes, I've heard about it and I watched a little bit, but then me being all forgettable about everything and just
Yeah. Yeah, it's and I don't remember, but I think the first season is pretty short, so it's a really
yeah,
good series to just binge.
yeah,
Just binge.
that's what that's what I saw, and he told as well that like it's pretty
Yeah.
short at the beginning. So
And like it's just it kind of reminds me of like it's basically like Harry Potter but with superheroes instead. And but it's like it's really well written. So it's really good.
yeah, maybe I should go back and try to watch some more of that because there's a few
Yeah.
things I should watch. By the way, have I know people don't know this, but when we talked about the convention, have you tried to watch The Rain?
Watched what?
The
Oh,
Rain.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The series you were talking about. No,
Yes.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
I actually started watching another show that's called Mr. Robot.
Oh yeah, Mr. Robot. Yeah, is that I don't
Yeah.
remember. I don't remember. I was trying to like have the actor's name. What is it called again? I don't remember now. Jesus.
Oh, I don't remember, but he's going to be in that Queen movie.
Yeah, and I know he's
Yeah.
also in Until Dawn game. He plays like the villain there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he plays the character like the CGI animated face. Like that's him and his voice.
Oh, that's cool.
Ramir or something, isn't it? Ramir.
Yeah, maybe, probably. I don't know.
Yeah, like I know his name. Like
Yeah, but like that's a really good series. Like I almost watched the first season now, and it's like it's really good.
yeah,
It's
I know.
just
I heard a lot about it. Like there's a lot of seasons, isn't it? Or at least a few.
yeah, I think it's like 3 seasons now,
What is
and
it?
there's I think the fourth season is coming this year.
I was almost at the name there. His name is Rami Malek is his name.
Ah.
So almost Ramir, just not the R. That's. But if you haven't have you know how Until Dawn is, right? Like you'd have like these choices, you choose different things and have different outcomes on how you tell it.
Yeah, I've seen a Let's Play of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like one of the main characters in there in the game. It's real good. And see
That's cool.
his voice, his face, like they used him obviously in the game. So yeah, I've seen I saw the trailer for the Freddie Mercury movie. I heard about it when it
Yeah.
came out as well. I was like, that's interesting. That could be cool. It looked
Yeah.
pretty decent, so I
Yeah, I
should
hope
maybe.
it's good.
Yeah, it looks pretty good from the trailer at least. Like there's a lot of
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of movies about musicians in general and stuff that turns out really bad
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So
But but like have you seen Straight Outta Compton?
yeah,
Like yeah, that's a really good movie.
yeah, that one. Like if there's any movies that I would watch like that, is that one and the one with Johnny Cash, the Walk the Line
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that's a really good movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's kind of like how a movie about any famous like musician or something like just should be made, because there's so many shitty ones out there. Just like have like this
Yeah.
half-assed idea. Like they have the idea, but you can see that it kind of falls through. So
Yeah.
I like that we just go through. We started talking about anime, going through. We do then we
Yeah, 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 yeah. But
just
yeah, and anyway, I was actually going to recommend another anime series.
okay. Go ahead.
It's like this is probably my first or second favorite anime series of all time, and
Mm.
it has actually gotten a new season this year.
Mm.
It's currently running, and it's called Steins Gate.
Never heard about it.
Well, it's pretty much it's really popular like in the anime
Community.
yeah, the anime community.
Mm.
It's pretty famous,
Yeah,
and it's basic.
I'm just
Yeah,
out of the loop of the community, so maybe that's just why I haven't heard about it. So
yeah, yeah. It's not that mainstream, but it's based on like a visual novel.
oh
Yeah, and you can play the visual novel on. I think it's translated, so you can play it on like PS4, and I think it's on PC too.
yeah, it's probably
Yeah,
like some sort of, either if you don't get it on Steam or whatever, you probably can get like a really easy like free download. Haha, hacked.
yeah,
I normally don't.
probably.
I normally don't do that. The only thing when I do like illegal games to say that is ROM downloading like old consoles.
Yeah,
But like you can't get every game that you want to play on all consoles just because you want to, right? It's just sometimes.
yeah. It's like how old should a game be before you can like download it
Yeah,
illegally? You know,
yeah, because
it's
I have
it's a
like,
hard question.
yeah,
Yeah,
because I had what I had troubles with before I got this computer that I put up today was, since it's a Mac, right? Apple don't have a lot of games.
yeah,
So like for me to play games with other people was hopeless, because like I had 1/10 selection of the game that everybody had on Windows.
yeah.
So like I had to go to these websites like this is converted from a PC to a Mac, and then I download it and I have to install it, and I have to have like this uh program on your computer who tricks the file to believing it is a Windows even though it's a Mac.
Well, yeah. That's why you should have like both OS 10 and Windows on your Mac,
Well, now I
so you
have.
can play games too.
Yes, yeah, I had that. Like I had the thing, but I reset my computer and didn't bother to do it again. But now I have a proper gaming computer, and now I have,
Yay!
yay! Now I can play games again on full graphics, new games. Hey!
Yeah, awesome.
I've always been like a console player though, so that's why like I play it on PlayStation. But not all games are on PlayStation either. So,
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
but now,
But yeah, And anyway, let me just finish about Steins Gate.
Sorry,
It's
continue.
yeah, it's just a really good sci-fi thriller. It's about time travel.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's really cool.
Ooh.
It's basically they invent like a device which you can send messages to the past
Ah.
so that you can change the present.
So
And it gets very convoluted, and there's like, and it's really cool. And it's like, it's a thriller, so there's like some bad people who want to get him and stuff like that. And like this new season, it's basically like an alternative ending through the original series, and it's like it's really good because it's really dark.
yeah,
It's it's basically the bad ending of the series, and then you get to like experience the whole season of it, and
well, that's cool.
it's, it's just really good, and
Yeah,
it's
like
just mind blowing. It's just wow. Just check it out. This Steins Gate. Check it out. It's awesome.
yeah, that sounds. I like those series that kind of take like that other route, not just playing like the safe, happy route to everything. Just it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah,
So
it's really cool. It's just one of the best anime series ever made, and now it has another season. So it's
that's
really cool.
yeah, that's cool. That they there's a lot of at least for a lot of in general, either movies, series, or animes or whatever. Like they just when they get released in a wrong time period for people. Like they're really good, but they don't get
Yeah.
renewed or made a sequel to or whatever because of just the timing. So have you ever seen the series called The River?
No, you just asked me. I haven't seen it yet.
I said The River. It's a different one.
Oh, that's a different one.
The
Oh,
Rain
I'm
is a
sorry.
Netflix one. The River is like
Oh, okay.
2014,
Yeah,
15.
yeah. No, I haven't really seen that much series
It's
about water.
no, it's I just realized that that's about the same thing.
No,
Okay,
the river. What's that about?
it's if I don't remember too wrong, I think it's the same crew or producer who literally made the Lost series. If I don't remember, uh,
Oh,
but it's like it had like one season. But the thing is, it just I don't know why, but like it just didn't do that well. It's about it's just like 8 episodes because it started out like right,
yeah.
and it's the same guys who made it's 2012. Never mind. Um, so it's a adventure action horror series. So it's about like there is this um like it's based to be like a found footage supernatural ish, but it's not like paranormal activity found footage stuff. It's
Yeah.
basically this guy whom uh kind of like Steve Irwin, right? Like with animals, has like his own animal show and is famous for that and everything.
Yeah.
And then like it's his family and everything. And one day he travels to some, you know, he just travels and then like to some location to film, and then he disappears. And then his son and his son is obviously famous as well, but then they're making a series like documenting trying to find him, but a lot of stuff happens when they're trying to find like the GPS signals and coordinates, and then like a lot of supernatural kind of creepy horror things happens when they're
Oh,
traveling down this river thing, because the river thing is not as it's not just like a normal Amazonas river, it's kind of changing itself as they go. So they're kind of like, it's a really cool concept at least. You should watch it though. It's like an action horror adventure thing. It's really
yeah.
good. It's
It
just
sounds fun.
it's just a short one as well. It's just like 8 episodes. I think the episodes are just like normal, like standard 40 minutes.
Does it have like a real ending?
That's the thing. No,
Oh,
it
well, that
kind of
sucks.
had like have an open ending. That's the thing because it got cancelled. So
Yeah.
because it got like cancelled by ABC due to its like subpar ratings. You know,
Yeah.
because Netflix and all those had better ratings on other shows. It just, like I said, bad timing.
Yeah.
But it's a really good one. You should watch it. Like I watched it when it came out, and it is a mixture between like obviously you're following like a real like a cam crew, so it's like fan footage in that way, or like following behind the scenes of somebody making a show trying to find the guy. Then
Yeah. That sounds pretty interesting.
it's an interesting one, but it's pretty creepy to some parts of it. But it's just too bad that they just cut it out because it had potential to be something good. It's just bad timing. So
Yeah.
so
And I'm also one of the few people who actually likes or still likes Lost. I think it's like
yes, that's a topic. If you bring that up to people, people are just like, "What's wrong with you? Why do you like that?"
well, I just think it is a good series, and for me it just got better and better for each season.
Yeah, me too. But people after, I think it. Okay, this is just what I think. This is not probably not what people think of it, but
Yeah.
I think just people in general now is just like they want a series to have just a storyline that continues and that answers mainly all the questions as it goes and ends it, in that season and doesn't bring it up a lot later on.
It's really weird because like when you see like series like Game of Thrones,
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty similar to like the kind of way they made Lost, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, I know. I noticed that.
Yeah, and actually some of the directors who was working on Lost actually works on Game of Thrones now.
That's cool. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I feel like that's at least what I heard about from every other person I talked about when they kind of stopped watching it. They kind of just fell out because they didn't understand why this happened, and it didn't make any sense, and they were just like, this is just a big mess.
Yeah.
And then they kind of didn't watch it anymore, and people stopped watching it just because they didn't understand why stuff was happening and why there wasn't any, and nobody was talking about it later on in that season. That was just like a forgotten thing, and people just like was confused about why. And
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of why people stopped watching it. It's just it didn't have a start, a middle, and ending through every season.
Yeah. I just think it was like I like the stories they told in the series, especially I really liked oh my God, what's it called? Like the stories, like the time travel episodes with
Oh yeah,
Desmond.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah, yeah. With
like
Desmond and all the team, yeah,
yeah, that was like really great.
yeah,
And like it had many like really interesting characters and like
yeah.
and I also feel like every season had like its own theme, like
It
at
had.
least yeah, and at least after was it season 3 or 4 when they started with the flash forwards?
Four, three. Hold on, in the ending of the three, I believe, or so.
Yeah, that's true because because after that each season had like instead of a flashback it had like a flash forward or something else.
Yeah, it had like going to the future, just being normal, and they
Yeah,
all that.
and I think that yeah, and I think was it like season 5 or something that had like this that had like the time travel stuff with like in this was it like the 70s or the 60s or something?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, instead of yeah, so then you had like super flashbacks.
Yes. Yeah, a lot. I just it's a really good series in general. I just believe that people got sick of tired of waiting for something to be answered, but they never got the answer, and then people just like this. It just maybe it just seemed like it was just making up as they were making it. Wasn't like any plan at all or something, and just
Yeah.
I feel
Well,
like series
but
like this has to stick. Like it sticks to some people who likes that kind of stuff, and some other people just throws them away really fast.
yeah, because the problem was like in the start, everyone was watching it. It was like even people who didn't like sci-fi or fantasy.
Yeah, I know.
So it was
That was just like
yeah,
this big thing.
yeah. So when it got more sci-fi and fantasy inspired, then the people who didn't like that, they just didn't
Yeah,
care anymore.
they just fell off and kind of like stopped seeing it halfway through or something. And it didn't make
Yeah,
any sense at all.
yeah. And I love sci-fi and fantasy. That's like my favorite thing. So
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah, so Lost is a good series. Nobody else can tell me otherwise. They can, but I won't listen. So
Yeah.
if you haven't watched, you should watch The River because it's the same studio as ABC, obviously the same people who made Lost. Um, and it's some of the same creators as well in there. So
Well, that's cool.
it's just like an 8 episode thing, right? So it's not like you don't
Yeah.
need to. It's not like if I told you to start to watch Supernatural now, they're like on season 13, and start to
Yeah.
watch like if you're gonna start to watch something that has like 13 seasons, obviously you're just like that's too much to watch.
Yeah, and that's true. And by the way, like talking about Lost, have you ever seen a series called Fringe?
Yes.
Yeah, I never finished it, but
No, not
that,
me neither.
that yeah, because the reason I didn't finish it was because well, I started watching another series and then I forgot what episode I was on.
Same. Me on every
So-
freaking series ever.
yeah, but I gotta finish it soon because that's a really good series, and I think it's the same creators who made it
Yeah,
at least.
it
Yeah,
is. It is.
yeah, it's really good. It's just a really good
It's
series.
a lot of series a lot of series is that kind of like goes under the radar or drops off before people finish it, and I can easily say that I'm one of those people who kind of does that from time to time, just forget about it and then doesn't watch the end.
Yeah, yeah,
So
that happens to me too sometimes.
not a lot,
I
but
never,
it
yeah,
happens.
and like I never watched. I was a really big fan of the Dexter series,
Mm-hmm.
and I never watched the last season because I heard it was terrible. So I was like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I saw it. I saw it. It was you're not
yeah,
missing anything. You can just watch kind of like I guess just a short review, just put together like the last season in 20 minutes. That's about it. What you need to watch almost. I wasn't that
yeah,
good.
yeah. I just heard that like people who like the series was like, yeah, they should never made this season. So it's like, yeah, I guess that's because like like it's not fun like watching the end of a good series and and when you know that the ending is fucking terrible.
I know that's true. Like if you heard about like the ending being all shit or something, and you're just like, oh, I haven't watched that
Yeah,
season, so I don't
yeah.
think there are any more series that I actually are water related at all. It's actually,
No.
and I didn't think about that. Now it has the kind of like the water theme going on. So,
Yeah, I'm trying to think about other water animes. I mean, serious animes.
animes, of
Now,
course.
suddenly I was thinking about One Piece, but like that's about water, but it's not, but it doesn't have water in its title.
Sure. Yeah. Now I don't. That's just random. It's called like the rain and the river. There wasn't like
Yeah,
any correlation that I had there. It was just like me, like There's a 6 years gap there. Just pure luck, I guess. I didn't think about that.
Have you ever seen a series called Firefly?
Yes.
That's a really good show.
Wasn't I cancelled?
Yeah, it was canceled, but luckily they made like movie sequel to it.
Yeah, I know. They did. I know they did. People, I wasn't like they're like a weird like people want more of that seasons of Fireflies, but they're probably not gonna get that.
Yep, they probably won't ever make a new
No,
season. But
I feel like that was like back in the 2000s, kind of like a series that came out,
yeah,
and if they tried to make it now, wouldn't work.
yeah, probably. And most of the people who worked on that show are like the actors and stuff are like very big and busy now. So it's like it's kind of
I will
hard.
tell you one person that aren't too busy. The goddamn main character. What's his name? He was really big. Remember him? He was like really big before. What's it
Oh
called again?
yeah.
He was
Oh,
like what is it called again? What the fuck? My brain.
in Firefly?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, do you mean? Oh my God, what was his name again? The guy
Yes.
from Castle?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, has Castle ended now?
I believe so.
Oh, well, then it's probably free. I guess they can make a Firefly season 2 anyway then.
I think I think no, that's not the same guy. That's not sorry. That's not the same guy. Oh no.
Yeah, I'm not sure who you're thinking about.
I was talking what is his name again? I know his last name. God damn it. I want to find out what his name is. It's interesting. It's not interesting. It's just annoying. Come on. I wanna. Wikipedia is not my friend. What? This is not working. I search fireflies, and I get the Wikipedia about the bug firefly. And I also type in fireflies season as well. That doesn't work. Why?
Oh, but by the way, have you ever seen an old series called Twin Peaks?
Yes. I have.
Did you watch all of it?
Oh, that was the guy. Sorry. I was talking. That was the same guy from Castle. What am I talking about? I don't.
Oh my God.
I had. Who the fuck is the guy that I'm thinking of then?
I have no idea.
It's What is his name? He was like in all the 90s and or 2000 movies. Like his name is Frasier. His last name is Frasier. What the fuck is his first name?
Oh, the guy from Frasier? I don't
No,
think he's
no,
in
no, no, no,
Firefly.
no, no. His name is. Oh God damn it! This is not gonna work. Fuck's sake. What is it for? I don't remember his name.
I don't know. Do you mean Adam Baldwin?
No, no. His last name is Frasier. God damn it.
I don't know.
Ah, I don't remember his name either. Well, you had right. There wasn't the same guy. They just look alike.
Okay.
But it's the same guy from Castle. Yes.
But yeah, what do you think about the Twin Peaks? Did you like it?
Yes and no, but mostly yes. I
Oh,
enjoyed it a lot. I don't
why
know
didn't you?
I,
What in the series didn't you like?
I don't know. Just like small things that kind of not. I'm not talking like this is just me being too technical about stuff. So it's just me like feel like I got put a little bit out sometimes. Just technically how the series was made, so it was not anything bad about it. It's just me like nitpicking on small mistakes, or not mistakes, but like things that kind of threw me off a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's the technical side of me, like camera wise and just that kind of the feel wise more than anything. So it wasn't any bad. It's just me.
Yeah, because it's filmed kind of like a soap opera, you know.
Yes, I know.
That was actually what they were going for too.
Yeah, I know. But like That was all okay, but sometimes I was just kind of a little bit off. But in general,
Yeah,
it's a good one.
it's pretty strange. But have you seen the movie they made of it?
No, they made like, is that like recently?
Oh yeah, yeah. They made like after the series, they made a movie, and
Mm-hmm.
like pretty recent. I think it was like last year they made a new season.
Yeah, that was I was talking about. I haven't seen like the last one.
Yeah. Well, if you're going to see the new series, you have to watch the movie because it has like a lot of references to the movie in
Ah, okay, that's good to know
it. Yeah,
because it's the difference between people. Like sometimes movies doesn't from the series doesn't have anything to do with the series in general. But if that's the case, then
yeah.
so, do you have anything else you want to talk about? Bring up something before? Because we've been talking for like 2 hours and 10 minutes, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know, but like everybody watch Twin Peaks. It's so good. No, I don't know. Like,
Do you have anything like upcoming things that you have any ideas about that you want to work on or working on or
well, yeah, there's a couple of things. Like, we're currently trying to set up so we can start having like let's plays and stuff
that's
on
cool.
on our YouTube channel.
I can help you with
Um,
that part at least. If there's something technically, I can at least try to help.
yeah, yeah, I'll ask you if I need any help.
You can do that.
Yeah,
I will
I'll do that.
I will do my best.
And also, yeah, well, it's probably, yeah, it's that. And yeah, and also I have these two interviews coming up soon with that I made on the retro game convention with Chris Marlowe
Mm-hmm.
from Rare and also David Doak from Rare.
That's cool.
Yeah, and
That's
it's super long interviews. I think the Chris Marlowe one is like almost 1 hour. The David Doak one is like 40 minutes. So
that's obvious. That's a long time in general to like have with one person in that. Not in a bad way, but like some people just have like these shorter ones in general.
yeah,
So that's cool.
just like this podcast.
Yeah.
Haha.
Ha this short podcast.
But yeah, it's really interesting. If you're a fan of Rare and like GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, Conquer's Bad for a Day, and Time Splitters, then you should check out these two interviews when they're coming out. I think they're coming out maybe like, well, sometimes in summer at least, maybe like in June or something.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
have to edit them like first, so
yeah. That's a thing to do.
yeah, and since it's like one of them is like 1 hour, I have to like edit it a lot to make it more interesting again.
Not gonna lie, I don't know how much I'm gonna edit this one because I don't feel
Uh-huh.
like the. Not gonna lie, I don't know how much I need to edit this podcast because I don't know how much is like dead time edit out. So you have some segments that just kind of like people are just like this is like when I feel myself like this is like either really dead or awkward and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
when I edit podcast, I usually I just listen to the podcast once, and after that, I just edit it. I just I just write down what I should edit out, and then I just do it afterwards. I
yeah,
just it's mostly just things like silence and
yep,
if people say something really stupid.
yeah. Like I did that on few of those on the other podcasts on my that was my other podcast channel that I've stopped. I kind of some of them I edited out like an hour and it was still like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Or like 2 hours and I took away like over an hour of footage because like there was either
Oh, geez.
just boring either I felt like there wasn't any no reason and like I
Yeah.
wanted to just have like I had this vision for that kind of But this one is just more like talk about stuff that I actually enjoy. The other one was just like more new topics that people care about and thoughts that,
Yeah.
you know, it's just more
It,
news related kind of, and less what I had as an interest. So
yeah, this is more like a chill podcast.
yeah, that's the difference. The other one was just kind of like we had this. I had this like sheet of paper, like 6 different things I want to bring up, but I didn't want to like go too far away from that because the person that I made it with didn't want to talk about anything else besides that. We had like, okay, we have an hour maximum to record this, and after that I have to hang up. And I was like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, this you're just making it. It's kind of, you know, when you know you have like an hour to talk about everything in a podcast, when you have like 6 or 7 different things you want to talk about, and if you have like these small
Yeah.
talks in between, it's difficult to like.
Yeah, that's true.
So I was kind of more. I felt like it was just more like do this, do that, but this is more chill. So I feel like it's more entertaining that way in a way.
Yeah, I usually that's like my favorite kind of podcast.
Mm.
Just people just chilling out, just talking about whatever. That's like the podcast I usually listen to myself.
Yeah, it's not like it's not like that we talked about just we're in the realm of gaming and close to gaming anyway. So
Yeah,
I feel like
mostly.
mostly we talked about some series and stuff, but that I feel like it's a part of games in a way.
Yeah, that's true because games are kind of like movies and series, just interactive, you know.
Yeah. By the way, just before I said that we talked a lot, but have you played since you like Lost? Have you played the Lost game?
Yeah, I played some of it, but I never finished it because I got confused by it. Yeah,
I
I didn't
bought
know what to do. I just,
I bought I
yeah,
bought I bought it when it came out on PS3.
yeah.
It got removed from Steam.
Oh, really?
Yeah, got removed like 2 years ago.
Oh,
Maybe like it's some sort of agreement on how long it should be up and stuff.
yeah,
Because it's from like season 3 when that came out, so it's starting to get has its
yeah.
ears to say it that way.
Did you
Um,
like it?
yeah, I liked it. Played the whole thing and I re-downloaded it on the Mac and made like so I could play it on the Mac without any problems at all, and just connected the PlayStation controller,
Yeah, that's cool.
so it works. But that's a game that I've talked with Isha or Irene about this game as well, because she said that she liked Lost as well, right? Uh,
Yeah.
Not in the podcast, but this was like before we started recording, and she ordered that game from eBay 5 minutes before we started recording because I said it was a good game. She looked it up, she saw the price
Oh,
because isn't that pricey at all, and
no.
she
Yeah.
she ordered it and bought that. So that's cool. I made her buy that, and I said it was a good game to play through, and she should try it because she didn't know that was a game about it. So
Yeah. Yeah, it seemed like a very interesting game, and I like the parts I played of it was like really cool, but like,
yeah, it's
yeah,
made to be like the series confusing, and you're supposed to figure out some for yourself and stuff. But it's
yeah. I just didn't know where to go.
yeah, I was stuck at some places and parts as well when
Yeah,
I made the video on it, and then I was just like, I'm just gonna edit out this like this 30 minutes that I used walking around not doing anything.
yeah,
So yeah, it's a good game if you complete it and play it. So obviously it's good to be from 2007, I think it, or 8 it came out, I think.
yeah. I should probably play it again
You should.
because
It's good.
yeah, it would be cool to finish it.
Yeah, it's a cool ending, and gets better, so You should finish it.
Yeah, I should.
So, do you wanna plug anything before we finish this? All that?
Well, I can probably plug like my podcast, I guess. Well, it's my podcast is in Norwegian right now, but I'm soon going to have like an international version of the podcast too.
That's cool.
Well, I'm not sure when it's coming out, but like soon we're going to have like both the Norwegian version and like an international version. But the international version won't be coming up as often as the Norwegian one, but it will
Yeah,
still come out like sometimes.
yeah, because your podcasts are based on Norwegian in general. I mean, like, so
Yeah.
that's naturally. So that's obviously natural in that way. So, but it's cool though. Like, it's a cool idea.
Yeah. Yeah, because like I know a lot of people like English people that I really want to have like on the podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and therefore it would be like really cool to just record it over Discord and just make like an international podcast.
Yeah, because it's. I mean, like, if you ask somebody to do a podcast and then they're just like, well, send the link to your thing and I can check what you're doing, you know?
Yeah.
And if it's just in Norwegian all the time, then of course, like, they can see the name if there's like big people, but you know, English does a lot of the job.
Yeah.
I feel like
That's
it like kind of
yeah.
it opens a gate for a lot of opportunities to do a lot of other things.
Yeah, that's true. And like and yeah, and I also got like these interviews coming up with with Chris Marlowe and Chris Marlowe and David Oak from Rare. And also, yeah, the Nintendo PlayStation interview, and I also got this old, well, not old, but the interview from last year with David Wise,
That's
who made
cool.
talking about country music. And yeah, so there's some like English content there too you can check out,
It's
and
still
soon there will be more.
That's good. So subscribe to his channel. The link will be in the description as well, obviously, since I obviously not gonna be a douchebag and be like, haha, just gonna talk to you. I feel
Well,
like
yeah,
I'm not like I have nothing to lose in that regard. So
yeah, it's just solacola.no, like the address to find
yeah,
me.
it's
It's just,
basically
but it's well, as we always, this is like a running gag in the podcast.
mm,
I always say it's solacola.no and not solaandcola.no because solacola.no is easier to write.
that's true.
Basically.
Yeah. So
So yeah, solacola.no.
and I will put
No, and not .com because it's .no because that's Norwegian.
ooh, exclusive. Yeah, so that will be in the description. And thank you guys for watching No Name Podcast, which is the name. Okay, I'm gonna just end this by saying the No Name Podcast. That name was not created by me. I'm gonna tell you a secret. Okay, that name was created by Isha.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were talking about it. We were just like, oh, well, I have a podcast, and we were like, what? Now, this was like 10 minutes before it started, and I was like desperate. I was just desperate. I was like, I need a fucking name for his podcast. Fuck, damn it. Before, and she called me earlier, like, she called me like half an hour before we started the recording to just talk.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh God, I have no name. And I was like, and I was stupid as I was because I was like, she's a bigger YouTuber. I am still, I just around new people I get weird because I haven't spoken to her before that point.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh God. I was like, what? I don't have a name. Do you have any suggestions? She was like, I don't know. Yeah, if you don't have a name, why not just name it No Name? And I was like, oh my God. Yes, I'm gonna call this No Name Podcast. Genius. So
Yeah,
that's where it came from.
convenient.
Literally just 10 minutes before I started recording the first podcast was just like her saying, why just not call it what you just said? So
Yeah. Huh.
it's
Well, that's cool.
it's not a cool backstory in that regard. It's not like a really like meaningful thing. It's just me panicking for meeting new people and not knowing how they will feel about me. Story of my life.
Yeah, I know how it is.
So yeah. Oh god, I'm choking. So yeah. Subscribe to Sola or no subscribe. Go check it out, Sola. And no,
Yeah, also subscribe if you want
yeah,
to do that.
yeah, of course. Like I was, you don't have to. You can do it if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, on this really exclusive podcast that a few people get picked out. Okay, you should feel special.
I feel very special.
Yes,
Thanks.
to be the second guest. Well, that's so cool. Yeah, so subscribe and check it out, and subscribe to Noname podcast. And while we're at it, go over to my gaming channel, which will be in the description. Now I have a new computer, so it's gonna be a lot more content coming up there as well. Not just me playing PlayStation games with no face cam, because I'm too lazy to have that when I play PlayStation. So, thank you guys for watching, and thank you for being my guest today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It was a lot of fun, so...
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I will see you guys next time, and subscribe to everything in the description, or else you just do it. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.